Hi, this is Joe again with another review. And for the sake of this video, we're going to be discussing the 1978 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And of course, any of you, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that some time ago, I've done a review of the original 1956 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, starring Kevin McCarthy, Dana Winter, and Carolyn Jones. Well, this one takes place only 22 years later, and I think it's probably in San Francisco, but I heard it's probably in Philadelphia as well. Not San Francisco, but with Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So it's Donald, in this version, so it's Donald Sutherland, Leonard Nimoy. You had Veronica Cartwright, and I forgot who, Morgan Adams. As the other lead woman in this movie. And of course, you also had a cameo by Kevin McCarthy, the star of the original version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. In the one scene where he's warning people about the pods, still 20 years later, still warning people about the pods. If you, he goes, "You're here already, then you're next." He does that bit, which is the most famous bit in this whole movie. Of course, in this movie, it's pretty much the same plot. There's a bunch of species from outer space come into the United States, and starts duplicating people and taking over their bodies. And also, you not only have Don Sutherland and Nimoy here, but also a very young Jeff Goldblum in this film as well. And of course, Leonard Nimoy plays a psychiatrist. And it's pretty funny that a guy who, for 3 years and 6 movies, played Mr. Spock, a guy with no emotions, and he gets affected by the pods. So, of course, Donald Sutherland's the one who fights all these guys off, and he falls in love with Morgan Adams, who's, I guess, her husband or boyfriend or something, got affected, and Lou got affected almost right away. And it's pretty cool to see the transformation. We do kind of see transformation in the original film as well, but this one was a little more graphic because it is an R-rated movie, and they showed that type of stuff more in movies now in the 70s than they did back in the 1950s. It's a little more innocent. You couldn't really show that stuff in the 1950s audiences, but you did this time in the 70s. So they showed the transformation of how the pods began to form into human beings, which was pretty cool effects. Even for 1978, it was pretty damn cool. Even the original version in the 50s, that was pretty cool, pretty creepy, but not as creepy and disturbing as it is in this film. And then, of course, when Donald Sutherland finds out what's going on, he starts to fight it and starts to fight everybody, and then the whole town was taken over. And then even Morgan Adams' character was taken over. And eventually, you see her nude in the film, which is kind of exciting. To see a nude character, especially in the 70s, because very rarely you see a nude scene. Even in the 70s, it was very rare to see a nude scene. And you see a nude, and everybody's going, ooh, the creep out stuff. And then after Donald Sutherland hides out underneath the at a pier, he's hiding underneath the pier, and everybody's walking above, similar to what the scene in the cave in the original film. He sees Veronica Cartwright, which they separated at one point, and Veronica Cartwright sees Donald Sutherland, and it looks like that maybe Veronica Cartwright might have been taken over. Donald Sutherland may be the last one who wasn't taken over by the pods, but unlike the original movie, Kevin McCarthy was not taken over by the pods at the end of the film. This time, the twist in this one is that major spoiler for those of you who never saw the remake, that Donald Sutherland was taken over by the pods at the end of this movie. And you see Veronica Cartwright's character, and Veronica Cartwright was not taken over by the pods, but Donald Sutherland was, and you see him go, whoo, at the end of the film, and that was pretty damn cool and exciting and thrilling at the end, and kind of like a nice plot twist compared to the original film where the guy did not get turned. This one he did. So the two main characters, the Brooke Adams character, Donald Sutherland, got turned by the pirates in the end of the film. But as a film, I think this was one of the few remakes that's pretty good, because usually remakes usually pretty bad. And like why for a long time I put off watching the remake because I'm such a fan of the original film. Because I like the original film, that was good, it was creepy, and the tension was there. This one, the tension was there, but not as much as the original film, because you couldn't know where this film was going. But I think it's just as good as the original. It's nice to do a nice 6-minute video, for once. So that's my review of the 1970 version of Invasion of Body Snatchers. Please click on the video, please rate it, feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video to your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews now on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com. It's all WDY.com. Homepage and Rally Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.